Hello everybody, welcome to Talk About a House. I'm Todd.
I'm Juana.
Okay, so today's video is about KB Homes, who's the nation's largest home builder, and the 68% of new home contracts that were canceled in the fourth quarter. It was a spike. It was the highest that they've had in 6 years. And this hit, and a bunch of YouTubers decided to do what with this information?
Make money.
Make money and do a bunch of clickbaity and just try to scare everybody.
Yes.
So what we did is we decided to actually go dig through the numbers and see what actually the actual numbers were. Because I think the misconception is that there's all these houses, millions of houses that KB Homes has built that are sitting out there for that new home buyers were supposed to move into. And 68% of these are all going to flood the market, right? That's the misconception.
No.
That's not what's going to happen.
That's not what's going to happen.
Okay, so first of all, that 68% of what?
That's a really great question. So we start out with how many homes does KB build in a year nationwide? They are America's largest home builder.
Well, I'm going to guess.
Okay.
500,000 homes. They build 500,000 homes a year. So 68% of that's like 300,000 homes.
How about you? What do you think? How many?
How many do you think they build in a year, a whole year?
Yeah.
Nationwide, the whole U.S., United States, biggest, best
So
country in the world.
Put it down in the comments. Guess.
Okay, I'm
Here we go.
going to cut my answer in half and say 250,000 homes. They build 250,000 homes in a whole year.
Try again.
249,000 homes.
How about somewhere a little over 1,000 homes a month?
Oh, so they only build 13,000 homes in the whole year in the whole U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then we only have a quarter of homes that were built. And so let's go into their financial earnings statement. So they just reported earnings for the year. Now their calendar year is December 1st to November 30th. It's still a year and it's still 3 months.
Right, but what's important about this is that those October numbers, remember when interest rates spiked to the highest they've been in years? That this is the middle of that quarter. So this is when a lot of those cancellations probably took place.
Yeah. So, the other thing is, remember, this is already old news.
Right.
This was 3 months ago that they had this, okay? And when we show you the rest of the numbers, they're going to blow your mind. In the entire quarter, they only delivered 3,786 homes. 3,786 homes. Okay?
But remember, they only sell a total of 13,000 in the whole year.
Right. This was actually their best quarter of the year for homes delivered.
Okay.
So let's say they have a couple. So that means that they probably originated half as many homes in a quarter because it takes 6 months to build a house.
Right.
So they probably only originate about 1,800 homes a quarter. And so what that means is they had 68% of that number that were canceled out. Okay, so let's go big and say it was 2,000 homes that were canceled out. KB Homes is in 47 markets.
That's 9 states, 47 markets. Even if it's, close to 2,000 homes, that's about 200 homes per state.
Per state, it ends up being like 50 houses in each market.
Right.
Now, 50 houses in each market is how many homes come in the MLS by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, and then remember, these homes are in different stages. So they could be anywhere from a finished product, so standing inventory, all the way back down to just a lot. So because they're in different stages, it doesn't necessarily impact any market to any real extent.
This is a complete nothing burger. It's a joke. This does not mean, remember, a lot of these houses are dirt lots that went under contract, went out of contract. They never built on it. They probably pulled the building permit. They might have actually pulled the permit. Now they have to build that house on it. And they'll just tell the next person in 3 months, well, this house, you have to build the plan B on it because that's kind of that has to go there now, right?
Which, it's not unfamiliar territory because if you've purchased new construction in the last couple of years, almost everything was basically a spec house. You didn't get a whole lot of choices. All you got was, on this lot, we can only put this floor plan. On that lot, we can only put that floor plan. You didn't get to choose a whole lot. So this is not out of the realm of ordinary.
To give you perspective for KB Homes financially, how this affected them, this horrendous, terrible news, this is from their earnings statement. We're pleased with our financial results in 2022, during which we produced revenues of $6.9 billion, a year-over-year increase of 21%, net income of $817 million, a rise of 45%, and diluted earnings per share, $9 a share. So they made more money than in 2021. They made a higher net income in 2021. Matter of fact, they did so terrible that I'm going to put up this guidance. The fourth quarter was so bad, they're expecting a profit margin of 20 to 21% in the first quarter of 2023, which is more than the fourth quarter of last year.
Of 2021.
Of 2022. This is for 2023 first quarter.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So they're projecting the first quarter of 2023, which is right now, to be a 20% profit margin. That's how terrible it is for them. Like, they're doing so bad. Okay? As a matter of fact, it's so bad, they declared a dividend for the first quarter of 2023.
So let me get this straight. Profits are 20 to 21%. They're paying a dividend. And this is bad? How?
This is nothing. People saw that number and they immediately think, oh, home prices are going to drop now 68%. They have to. This is nothing. Even if every one of those homes was in Las Vegas, even if, that would be an effect. Like, that would be a big deal. But remember, these aren't all homes red dumping on the market. This is homes from dirt lot. So you've got some dirt lot in San Antonio, Texas that the buyer walked away from. And they're like, okay, well, maybe in a couple months, somebody else will come back and buy it. This isn't a housing market problem. This is a KB home problem. But it's not even a KB home problem because they're making a ton of cash.
They're totally making bank. And remember, like I said, you can have a buyer who picked this lot and then maybe changed their mind and canceled that lot and went to the other lot. Or they wanted this subdivision, but then they decided that they want to be in the other KB home subdivision. So all of these count as cancellations. So keep that in mind. These numbers are not necessarily what they seem.
And the builders have already said that they've been backing off the number of builds. So it's not like there's this mounting supply of inventory. Home building permits have declined for 10 or 11 months straight.
Right. So they are very much aware of the slowdown, and they're not in a position where they're going to be putting homes on the market and flooding markets. The other thing to keep in mind is that the homes that are standing inventory are already in the MLS. KB regularly lists homes that they have in standing inventory in the MLS.
They've been in the MLS. Like, they're literally in the MLS right now. They've been in the MLS for months. Standing inventory is in the MLS. Matter of fact, 3 years ago, were there new home construction in the MLS, the standing inventory?
Yes.
5 years ago?
Yep.
10 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah. There's always new home construction in the MLS because people canceled at the last minute. They finish the house, they put it in the MLS and sell it. So first of all, these are already accounted for. Second of all, this 68% number is 3,700 homes nationwide out of that. But that doesn't mean they're going to flood the market with them. It just means most of these homes aren't even built. They're in some process of being built. They'll either sell them to some other buyer, or worst case scenarios, they'll hit the MLS. But we're not talking, this is a builder builds 13,000 houses a year in the whole country. This is not flooding the market with the millions of foreclosures that we heard about. Remember that? That's like the shadow inventory. The banks are holding millions of foreclosures. Where are they? Please, we need to see them because we need the inventory. They never existed.
Right. And then these buyers who cancel these contracts, it's not like they're not buying something else. So keep that in mind too. Like I said before, they could be buying the lot next door from the builder next door. They could be buying resale. There are all kinds of things that these buyers could be doing. So it's not like these buyers are not absorbing some other part of the inventory.
Yeah, and remember, keep this in mind too. These cancellations literally all happen when interest rates are over 7%. What we don't know is how many of them came back in December and January when interest rates dropped and went right back and went under contract on these houses. Right. And I'm guessing a ton of them did. Do you know why? We just did a video on this. New home builder sentiment is now starting to climb. More people are going into new home subdivisions, and all the metrics for new home buildings is starting to climb again off the lows.
Right.
So the whole fact that people are getting upset about this number are making more of it than it is. I'm not saying it's a panacea. It's everything's great. So we're not buy a house. We've never said that. What I'm saying is we went and looked at the financial numbers, and it's like KB Homes is making money hand over fist. They're paying dividends, and then a couple YouTubers made a video about the 60-something% number and started freaking everybody out and got Reddit in an uproar because nobody actually wants to go look and see what actually happened.
Well, you know, that's what people get when they're not paying attention to the full story.
Yep.
But you got the full story here. So if this was interesting, if this was informative, if you learned something, if we entertained you, or if we amused you, please like the video, share the video, leave us a comment, tell us where you're watching from, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.